Good morning, Your Honor. Jaime Sotomayor, certified federal interpreter, already sworn today. 1 second while I connect to the headset.
Thank you. Uh, yeah, just gonna say that. Was this TV domestic though? I can't remember. She is domestic?
We are connected, Your Honor.
All right. All right,
Would the deputies aim the microphone in her direction? Thank you.
We may have jumped the gun on this. We're still
Quizá
waiting
nos adelante.
to see if there's any alleged victims to come up. Do we know if anyone's downstairs?
Okay.
I believe there was, Your Honor.
All right, your name, ma'am?
Elida Lopez Sanchez.
Elida Lopez Sanchez.
You were here in 2022 CF 9634AO, one count of battery, one count of robbery by sudden snatching without a firearm or weapon, and one count of criminal mischief over $200 but less than $1,000. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney for this case?
¿Eso es para ahorita o sería para mi caso en futuro?
Is this for right now or would this be for my case in the future?
So it's for both, but any decision that you make today regarding a lawyer, you can always change that decision. So if you ask for a public defender today and later want to hire a lawyer, you can do that. If you want to represent yourself today and then change your mind, you can do that as well.
Okay, me quiero representar yo misma ahorita. Después.
I would like to represent myself for now.
So we're waiting to see if the alleged victim in your case arrives. What I'm going to do in the meantime is hold this hearing. If they show up, then I'll bring you back and we'll redo this hearing, okay? State any input,
Okay.
review the affidavit, found
No
probable
viene, ¿qué es lo que
cause.
pasa?
If she doesn't show up, what happens?
Well, as the alleged victim, they're entitled to provide input with regards to your release. So if she shows up, I'll bring you back. We'll talk to her to see what her input is. And then I may change some of my decisions. I may not change some of my decisions. It depends on what they say.
No, Honor. No other input other than standard conditions.
All right, ma'am. So the purpose of the hearing today is for me to determine if there was a valid reason for your arrest, which I have, and then to determine conditions of your release, a bond, and other conditions. So what I'm offering you today is a bond of $100 on count one, $5,000 on count two, and $150 on count three, with conditions: no contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, and do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Is that acceptable to you? Or is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think I should consider? Understand that as a defendant, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. So I don't want you to talk about the facts of the case. Is that acceptable, or is there anything that you want to tell me?
Es aceptable por ahora.
Well, it's acceptable for now.
Okay, all right. Is there anybody here, Mr. Interpreter, if you could just announce this?
Yes, sir.
Anybody here for Elida Lopez Sanchez?
¿Hay alguien aquí para el caso de Elida López Sánchez?
I think we do.
Levanten la mano.
Maybe, maybe not.
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Do you see her, ma'am?
No, he's not here.
Okay, all right, thank you. Do we have Jose Paz Jimenez? All right. And that's other La Spanish? Your name, sir?
José Miguel Paz. José Miguel Paz Jiménez.
Jose Miguel Paz Jimenez.
You are here in case number 22MM5578, one count of battery dating violence. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Me quiero representar yo mismo.
I would like to represent myself.
I reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, state any input with regards to release.
I say we just ask for, standard conditions.
Sir, I'm inclined to set your bond at $500 with conditions of your release, no contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, and do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you have any questions? Is that right? Two on the precinct?
No.
No.
All right, thank you. No, you went pro se. Sorry. All right, Mr. Interpreter, if you could ask if anyone needs the services of the Spanish interpreter to please raise their hand.
Yes, sir. ¿Hay alguien aquí en el público que necesita los servicios de traducción para ser testigo en alguno de estos casos?
All right, I don't see.
Levanten la mano.
Raised. Have a good one. Oh, wait.
Oh,
No, we're good. See you later.
okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And then we've got our Portuguese.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't do bond hearings. I don't know, two attorneys did show up. They haven't walked in yet. Portuguese? No? All right, no Portuguese. Who's that? Fidelisma? That was rolled for mental MH? Are they still MH or are they ready to? Well, I know she got rolled from the other day to today for mental health. But she's good to go today? Okay. All right. Yeah, ask her and we'll skip her for right now. What's your name? All right, sir, 21 CF 9261AO, you're here on a violation of probation. According to this, you're on probation for one count of possession of methamphetamine. You're also here in 22 MM 5570, resisting officer without violence. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll stay your bond at 500 on the resisting, and on the VOP, your bond set at no bond, okay? I'll point the public defender on both cases for you.
Question is, so,
I set it at 500.
okay, I need to,
Tranquilo. Tranquila.
No.
Good time. You need a Portuguese interpreter, ma'am? Yeah. What's your name in the back, sir? You got an add-on charge. You were here the other day, 18 CF 12812AO on a violation of probation. On that case, your bond's set at no bond. I'll point the public defender for you, okay?
all right.
All right, thank you. Helic. Do we have our Portuguese
Hello?
interpreter online?
Yes, this is Maria, I'm Portuguese interpreter.
And have you been sworn in today, Maria?
No, sir?
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear to interpret from Portuguese to English and English to Portuguese to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yes, I am. Yes, I do.
Okay.
And who am I speaking with, please?
Orange County Judge Adam McGinnis.
Orange County Judge. Okay, Your Honor.
No problem. All right, and then if you could interpret everything from this point forward, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Your name, ma'am?
Maria.
Senhora, qual o seu
Eduarda.
nome? I believe she said Maria Eduarda.
You were here in case number 22MM5559.
A senhora está aqui referente ao número do caso 22MM5559.
One count of violation of pretrial release conditions on a domestic violence case.
A senhora está aqui com a senhora cometeu a infração contra uma acusação de a soltura de pré-julgamento num caso de violência doméstica.
I am the judge assigned to this case, and I have revoked your pretrial release. What's today's date?
Aham. Eu sou o juiz nesse caso e eu vou retirar a sua soltura de pré-julgamento.
I'm going to set a bond in your case of $10,000.
Vou estabelecer uma fiança no seu caso de $10.000
And stay all the original conditions of your bond and release.
e vou estabelecer todas as condições da sua de soltura sob fiança.
Thank you. What?
Obrigado.
That's what is it new case? Oh, 500. All right, thank you, ma'am. Same condition.
Are you sure they need my help with anything else, Your Honor?
Do you have any questions, ma'am? Nope. All
Senhora,
right,
a senhora
thank,
tem alguma pergunta?
no, she said no. Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
Welcome.
Your Honor, so the out-on bond.
You're welcome. Thank you for your business, Your Honor. Have a great day.
The PTR is 10,000 and the new charge is 500. And then we did Crawford. Yes?
Bacon is behavior.
Bacon? Kevin? 6 degrees, 7 degrees?
I'm going to hang up now, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, have a good one. Out on bond on a battery DV, 22MM 3741AO, here today on aggravated battery, domestic false imprisonment, 22 CF 9604AO, temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
Bond?
Waive, Your
All
Honor.
right. Any input from the state?
Just standard conditions, Your Honor.
All right, any input from the defense?
Oh, Your Honor.
All right, I'll revoke their release in the out on bond.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm sorry? Bye. And on the new case, set the bond at 2,500 on count 1, 150 on count 2. No contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
Letitia, what was one? Did you get what one?
Your Honor, king is behavior also.
All right, Cedric King, 22 CF 9623AO, temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, PC found, any input from the state?
Standard conditions, Your Honor.
All right, do we have somebody for King?
We do.
All right, ma'am, your name?
Ebony Dean.
I'm sorry, your last name?
Dean.
Okay. So he's not here. He's apparently misbehaving, whatever that means. So I've temporarily appointed a lawyer to represent him at this hearing. As the alleged victim, you're entitled to provide input with regards to conditions of his release. Is there anything that you want to tell me, anything that you think I should consider in determining conditions of his release?
Yes, I feel like he needs to be evaluated and he needs to take anger management. Like I never wanted to be like this because we have 2 younger kids together, you know? And he's a good father. I don't sense anything with him with my kids, but with him communicating when things don't go right with me and him, he needs to learn how to control his anger. Like he really needs to be looked at, like honestly. Like I care about him, so I want him to get the proper help. You know, like he really needs to be evaluated, sir.
So, do you live together?
We used to, we don't anymore.
Do you want to have any kind of contact with him when he's out on release?
Yeah, because we have 2 kids. I don't want to keep the kids away from him.
Okay.
So I just really want us to, I'm trying to get like child support and things like family court order, because I'm trying to just have it to where he can be a part of his kid's life. Even if me and him aren't, that's fine with me. And if he doesn't want to be a part of the kid's life, that's fine too. I just wanted healthy communication because I don't want to keep my kids away from him, but I can't risk this happening every time we get into a disagreement.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Yes.
Okay. Are you in fear for your safety?
No.
All right, State, do you have any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So, ma'am, with regards to the anger management course, and the mental health evaluation, the purpose for today's hearing is to just determine conditions of his release. So I can't order him to have an anger management class. That would be part of a sentence. So
Right.
down the road, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set his bond at, 1,500 on count one, 100 on count two. I'm gonna order no hostile contact, so that means no physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse. If anything like that happens, call the police, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna limit that contact to the children, because you guys don't really need to talk about anything
Yes,
else.
that's fine.
Child
He-
support issues, things of that nature.
Yes,
Maintain a separate residence, you guys don't live together, correct?
correct.
All right, and then he's not allowed to possess any sort of guns, knives, or weapons, or drugs or alcohol an issue?
No,
All right, do you have any questions?
no.
Okay, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Antoine? Your name?
Antoine Mariah.
All right, sir, you are here in 22 CF 9624AO on one count of battery, felony battery. Sir, according to your financial affidavit, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. The public defender is for individuals that are indigent that cannot afford a lawyer. So the purpose of this morning's hearing is twofold. One, for me to review the arrest affidavit and make a decision if there's probable cause or a valid reason for your arrest. If I do make that decision and determine that, then the second thing I have to do is determine conditions of your release, such as bond and other conditions. You can go forward today without a lawyer, represent yourself, and we can do all that. Or I can roll this 24 hours. Give you 24 hours to hire a lawyer, but you're gonna sit in here for 24 hours.
No.
You wanna go forward today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, ma'am, your name?
Amanda Arroyo.
When I was speaking to the young lady that was in the room there before you, could you hear what I was saying to her out there?
For the conditions between,
Yeah,
yeah, no, I don't want no contact with him.
okay.
But he does have stuff because he did live with me. So if he does get out, he can have an officer come and grab his things.
Okay.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
All right, Stay, do you have any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
So he qualifies for a pretrial release where he can get released without having to post a bond. Do you have any objection to that? And I don't know if he wants that or not.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna take it.
Okay. Well, my question is, does it make a difference to you?
No, I don't think I really don't know.
Okay.
He had a bond the last time, so I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I was the judge on the other case. Okay. All right, sir. So I'm inclined to give you an option of either $1,000 bond or pretrial release. Either way, the conditions are the same. No contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. You can return once with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. Are either of those options acceptable, or is there anything that you want to tell me?
The $1,000 bond.
Okay, all right, you took the bond. All right. Any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your name, sir?
Kyle McDuffie.
All right, 22 CF 9635AO, one count of tampering with a witness and one count of battery dating violence. Like the gentleman before you, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. The public defender is for individuals who are indigent and that cannot afford a lawyer. So you either have to represent yourself today, or I can roll this 24 hours, give you 24 hours to hire a lawyer, but you're gonna sit in jail for those 24 hours. Do you wanna go forward today without a lawyer, or tomorrow? Do you have any questions?
No.
What do you wanna do?
Represent.
You wanna represent yourself today?
Yes.
All right, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, any input from the state?
No, Your Honor. Just that DCF was called.
I'm sorry?
DCF was called.
All right. So, sir, I'm inclined to set your bond on count one at $1,000, count two at $100. with conditions no contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and abide by any conditions that DCF imposes if DCF imposes any conditions. Is that acceptable to you, or is there anything that you want to tell me?
I basically moved down here for her. I live at the same house. All my stuff is there. To be honest with you, I work 75 hours a week. I'm barely there. This was just a misunderstanding, and like, I can't even believe I'm in this predicament because I'm a manager for a security firm. So it's like, it's crazy. I have nothing on my record. I'm clean. It's just something that just happened, and like I'm ashamed it happened, but it's like I'm put in this predicament where I have no one down there. I moved down here on the strength of, for them.
All right. Well, without the alleged victim here to tell me it's okay for you to come home, I'm going to order that. I'm going to allow you to return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve anything you need. That being said, everything that I ordered today is temporary. The judges assigned to the case can make changes. I'm a judge in a different domestic division, and that's what I do every day is change conditions, okay? So if you want to get out of here, hire a lawyer. They can file something to see if they can change those conditions, okay? But based on the limited information I have today, that's what I'm going to order.
Okay.
All right?
So do I get to leave today, or
Yeah, if you post your bond.
what is my bond?
What I give them, 1,000 and 100? Yeah. So $1,000 on count one, 100 on count two.
How do I post that? I don't know nothing.
They'll explain it to you downstairs.
Okay, yeah, I don't, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Good luck. Your name, sir?
Adrian Narvaez.
22 CF 96360, tampering of the witness to hinder communication to a law enforcement officer, battery, domestic, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Ma'am, your name?
Denise Narvaez.
Is there anything that you want to tell me? Anything you think I should consider?
We both been struggling a lot. He's gonna start working on Monday. I didn't press charges on him. I wasn't the one who called. He's a good husband. As you can see, my girls are here. He's a good father. Yesterday was a mistake. I told the cop I didn't want him to get arrested. But they did what they did, so.
State, do you have any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Any input from the state?
It's okay.
Just reasonable conditions, Your Honor.
Any input from the defense?
It looks like he qualifies for pretrial release.
Yep. All right, sir. So I'll give you two options here. The first option is on count one, I can set your bond at 1,000. On count one, 100 on count two. Or you can be released through the pretrial release program without having to post a bond. Either way, the conditions are the same. It would be no hostile contact with the alleged victim. No hostile contact means no physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you want to take the bond or the pretrial release?
What gets me out of here today?
Talk to your lawyer real quick. Well, both of them will. What case are you here on?
Sir, I'm here in Denison, Davila.
What kind of case is it?
Says felony battery domestic. He was arrested yesterday, released from the jail, and then told to report back here today.
Yeah, he's gonna do
So,
And that seemed a bit odd. He's actually out in the gallery.
Do we know anything about that?
Your Honor, I started trying to look into it a little bit.
Okay, let me know whenever you figure that out.
It's gonna have to
Figured
be with
anything
you. It's not on any of our paperwork. I don't see anything in our system, and I don't see anything in Osceola, so I don't
Okay, so we want to make sure that he's good to go
know what's going
before
on.
we cut him loose. You don't want to get him in trouble, right?
Yes, sir.
Does anybody have any reason to believe why he'd be here? No? Does he have any paperwork?
He didn't get anything yesterday, sir. The only thing he was booked in, the only thing I can pull up is his booking information from yesterday. There's nothing in Osceola County, nothing in Orange County. I think it may be a case of mistaken identity because he was detained at the airport. His wife's here. She says that nothing has ever happened. We're not aware of anything. He's got a very common first and last.
State, what do you want to do with it? I want to get out of here?
I don't know, pretrial, can you look up the booking number to see if there's anything in your system?
What's the booking number?
What does
He's
he
gonna
want?
choose pretrial release.
Pretrial release. See you later. All right, thank you for being here, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, and the booking number.
Yeah, go up there and talk to her, and what's this gentleman's name? What happened to Adrian Narvaez?
We just did him, Your Honor.
Oh, that's the one we just did? I'm sorry. All right, your name, sir?
First name is, I'm Jack Bath, last name is Ramesh.
All right, 22 CF 9637 AO, you're here on one count of battery on a person 65 years of age or older. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, any input from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set your bond at $1,000, no contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene.
Yeah, no.
Maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay? All right, thank you. Are you two together on a case? Have you worked anything out? I don't know anything about it.
It's a bond hearing is what he's asking for, but the state that when I talked to him, they wanted him help, so.
I have no idea what it is. I'm literally dressed to cover for somebody that had a conflict.
I have a bond hearing set. I've spoken with a prosecutor in Louisiana. He also sent me an email saying he has no objection to a bond and he doesn't think anyone would extradite him and charge him.
State, do you get involved in this?
No, Your Honor, I have no idea.
Do you get involved in it?
It's really just us. I have an email here that says that they, will extradite, and they will extradite him once he signs the waiver.
Let me
which he
finish.
did.
Let me finish the DV case and I'll get to you. All right, your name, ma'am? All right, 22 CF 9638 AO, one kind of battery, domestic, one kind of tampering of the witness to hinder communication to a law enforcement officer.
Your Honor, victim is approaching.
All right, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. I think she's, no, she's not right. Ma'am, were you interested in the services of the, oh, that is her, yeah, I knew it. I thought I saw it. I'll go ahead, review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Your name?
Eric Watts, sir.
All right, I don't need to swear you in, I trust you. Anything that you want to tell me?
Yes, sir.
What do you want to tell me?
Me and Ms. Tarver, we currently live together, and we was just displaced last week to a flood in our home. Ms. Tarver has 4 children. We share one together that has a lot of health problems. I'm not afraid of her. I don't care about having contact with her. We can still try to work it out. I don't need any order saying that we can't have contact. Also, she has a 5-year-old son that has health issues, so I don't want to, keep her in jail. I don't want to take her away from the kids. And right now, I just had to check in this morning to an extended stay because we was displaced. So, as a condition of her release, I just want her to maintain a positive attitude. I'm prepared to make a bond, but I would like to ask, can she be placed to have a bond and pretrial release so that I don't have to worry about anything like this happening again, as far as, her just getting out of hand. Something took place yesterday and just kind of like just set her whole mood off. Really didn't have anything to do with me. There was some family issues she was having. Like I said, I don't want to see her in a shelter or anything. She doesn't have she's not working currently, nor outside of us living together. She doesn't have any other residents, so she can come back to like I said, I just checked into the extended stay this morning per the insurance, but we live at 6052 Westgate Drive in Metro West, so.
Okay. All right, State, do you have any questions for him?
No, sir.
All right, defense?
No,
All
Your Honor.
right, she does qualify for pretrial release, so that's what you're asking for?
Can we do, I don't know if it can be done both like a pretrial release and bond to just an extra security just to make sure she doesn't snap again or?
Well,
Your
I
Honor.
mean, she has fairly limited history. Let me see what the state and the defense want, but obviously I'll take what you've said into consideration. Any input from the state?
Your Honor, it doesn't appear she has any other prior convictions. However, she does have violent arrests. But state has no objection, and we'll leave it within your discretion.
All right.
And Your Honor, I would just ask for pretrial release, given the limited criminal history. I think that would be sufficient enough to secure her presence.
So either way, if she's on bond or pretrial release or a combination, no matter what the release is, if she does something to violate it, she gets picked up. So, I'm inclined to give her the pretrial release, and you want her to come back and no hostile contact, correct?
Yes, sir. Now,
All right.
like I said, I can give you the address to the extended stay we just checked in. Well, okay.
No. I'm just gonna say wherever you guys, because I know you've been displaced because of the flood, and if you're at the extended stay now, you might move.
Yes, sir.
And so I don't want to put down a hard address because then that's a pain for you to come in and change that address. But you can reside together wherever that is. No hostile contact, which means no physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, or emotional abuse. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you for
Thank
being
you,
here, sir. Your name, ma'am?
Leah Vines.
All right, 22 CF 9627 AO, one count of aggravated battery, great bodily harm, domestic, and one count of battery, domestic by strangulation. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Any contact?
No, Your Honor.
Any input?
No, Your Honor.
Anything from the defense? All right, I'll set count one at $3,500, count two at $150. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay? In the back, sir, your name?
Angelo Bacchino.
All right, sir, you're here in 22 MM 483 AW on one count of battery. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. Sir, according to your financial affidavit, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. The public defender is for individuals that are indigent that cannot afford a lawyer. All right? So the purpose of this hearing is twofold. One, for me to review this arrest affidavit and make a determination that there is a valid reason or probable cause for your arrest. And if I do, then to determine conditions of your release, okay? I know you got a bit of a history, so you may have had a hearing like this before in the past. Do you want to go forward today without a lawyer and I can determine those conditions of release for you? Or do you want me to roll this 24 hours for you to hire a lawyer and then you could come back tomorrow and we could do this? But understand during that 24 hours, you're going to stay in jail.
No, I'll proceed without.
Want to go forward today without, okay. All right, found PC, any input from the state?
Just reasonable conditions, Your Honor.
All right. So I'm inclined to set your bond at $500 with conditions: no contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Is that acceptable to you, or is there anything that you want to tell me?
Yes, sir, it's acceptable.
Okay, all right, thank you. Your name, sir? What happened to Jerome Wiley?
My middle name Jerome.
Oh, you're Willis Jerome Gilbert?
Yeah.
Oh, that's you? I'm sorry, they wrote it different ways, sorry. All right, out on bond in 22 CF 81 or 5103. I think it's 5103. One kind of is it 51? Battery, domestic by strangulation, criminal mischief, battery with 2 priors. You're here today, 22 MM 5582 AO, violation of pretrial condition on a domestic violence case. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I don't know at this point right now because we thought this case was dropped, sir. I understand it was dropped. I called my bondsman. They said there's no extra charge. There's no nothing.
Has the state filed on or not made a decision on this 22 CF 5103 AO?
There hasn't been a filing decision yet, Your Honor. However, the victim is the same as the incident case.
Okay. So the case is still open. That's why you're still out on pretrial release.
I didn't know that, sir.
Yeah. So, so did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney for this?
I guess try to hire an attorney.
Okay. So you're here on really 2 cases. I need to make a couple of decisions here. The first one is whether or not I'm going to revoke your bond and your release on the case that you're out on pretrial release. And then the second thing I need to do is determine conditions of your release on your new case. So understand that there's a potential of you walking out of here with no bond, okay? Not getting out of jail. All right. So do you want to go forward today knowing that that's on the table? I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm not saying I'm not going to do that, but it's a potential outcome. Do you want to go forward today without a lawyer, or do you want me to roll this to tomorrow, give you 24 hours to find a lawyer, and then come back and have this hearing?
Go ahead today.
You want to do it today without? Okay. All right. Review the affidavit, found probable cause. Ma'am, your name?
Tanisha Jennings.
All right. Ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me?
So I just want to say, I know that he was here for, like he said before, I thought the case was dropped. I wasn't aware of the no contact because nobody really told me about that. He's a good person. I just want him to get his things. So that wasn't me calling the police because I didn't want anything to happen. I wasn't aware of him going to jail for the trespassing because, again, nobody explained to me. It was a no contact at all. So he was supposed to start a job with the city. He is trying. So, again, I didn't even know about that to get him in this situation. But he is trying to get his
What's
life
your
together.
last name, ma'am?
Jennings.
In the police report, it says that you informed the police of the no contact order. So that's not accurate?
So I thought it was a no hostile. I didn't know it was a no, we can't be around each other, at all.
Okay.
So I just told him that we had an incident. That's what happened. I called them to come over so I can get his stuff so it wouldn't escalate. It was just an argument. But again, He was trying, but again, I wasn't aware that it was a no contact at all.
Okay. All right, State, do you have any questions for
No, Your Honor.
her? Any input from the state?
Your Honor, given that he's out on bond for a violent offense with the same victim and then arrived back at a residence, and at least according to the affidavit, it did seem that like she was in fear of him, hence why calling law enforcement and not engaging. So state would ask that it be revoked, understanding that it's within your discretion.
All right, on the new case, I'll set your bond at $1,000 with conditions: no contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Is that acceptable to you on the new case, or is there anything that you want to tell me? Understand that as a defendant, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. So I'd be careful if you talk about the facts of the case.
Well, I understand everything you're saying, Your Honor. My situation is, like I said, I just started a job in the city of Orlando. You're doing utility services, sir. Me and her have been together for 5 years. This is the first time we ever got into a situation. I understand it shouldn't even, you know what I mean? But we try to work everything. I was not aware. I thought it was no hostile contact anyways. That's why I thought the same thing also. So I don't feel like I should be punished as far as trying to revoke my bond for something that she been contacted the state on several occasions trying to drop the charges.
No contact
She didn't, this is not the first time she's tried to, it's in the computer. The lady said she has a computer over there. She's tried to drop the charges several times. The state said they were not going to process it. And they just hindering me from moving forward in my life, sir.
Oh, I mean, sir, you have 44 prior convictions on your record, so I would think that you know how the system works. You've got convictions for battery domestic, battery Leo, that was just last year, cruelty towards a child. So you have similar convictions. I feel like you would know, you know, what's approved or not approved. This is your signature on the no contact order here.
I didn't be honest with sir, sometimes I have a hard time reading and I have an ADHD problem, sir, and sometimes I don't understand things very well.
All right. I'll revoke your release, so the judge assigned to that case determine what a reasonable bond is for you, okay?
Excuse me, say what now?
I'm gonna revoke your release on the case that you're out on bond and let the judge assigned to that case determine what a reasonable bond is. All right, so I'm the temporary guy, I'm temporarily revoking it, and then the judge assigned can deal with it. All right, thank you for being here, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your name's?
Andrew Johnson.
All right, sir, 22 MM 5583AO, violation of a domestic injunction. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I represent myself.
All right, any input from the state? Review the affidavit, found probable cause. No?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
Sorry, Your Honor, really quick, the last case, did you revoke his out on bond?
I did.
Okay, thank you.
That's why he was angry.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, sir, I'm inclined to set your bond on this case at $500 with conditions: no contact with the alleged victim, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and abide by the conditions of the injunction. Is that acceptable to you, or is there anything that you want to tell me?
Actually, I don't have any funds on me at the moment, and I'm not a resident of Florida. So I find it kind of at a disadvantage for me, knowing that I was on my way to Connecticut in order to resolve whatever was still pending. I'm at a standstill right now, even with getting back. I don't know how to go about anything.
Well, is there anybody you can call, anybody you can contact about trying to get you the funds to bond out?
I could contact my brother.
Yeah. So typically when somebody's out of state like you are, we actually double the bonds. But I didn't do that because you have a fairly limited history. So normally it would have been about $1,000 bond. But your history, like I said, is fairly limited. It's set at $500. Contact your brother, see if he can get you out, okay? All right, good luck. Your name, sir?
Jesus Manuel Munez Rosa.
All right, 22 MM 361AA, battery domestic. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Any input from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any input from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set your bond to $500. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay? Two more, and then we'll get to you, Mr. Barger.
Thank you.
Your Honor, sir, is behavior.
One more.
Medical
and then we'll get to you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Would you be willing on the prior case to, I just noticed he qualifies for pretrial release?
He does, but she's not here. He's got prior convictions for the same offense.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Couple convictions. All right, so Curtis, 22MM 5580AO, battery, dating violence, temporarily appoint waiver role.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, reviewed, PC, any input from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any input from the defense? 500, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Your name, ma'am?
Michelle Velez Lugo.
All right, 22MM 5575AO, battery, domestic. Review the affidavit. Were you interested in the services? That's her. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any input from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any input from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Does she want $500 or PTR?
500, Your Honor.
All right, set your bond to $500, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Let me see what you have from the state in Louisiana.
And you gave a one-time return, Your Honor, with law.
You return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. Let me see what you have. Sheriff? But the fugitive charge is still out there. Have you seen this? Did you read it? What's your position on the bond?
We always ask that they be held on their bond status. Don't, we don't because tell them on status. Because right now, the state tells us that we want.
So, if the court's inclined to give him a bond because the prosecutor on the case is opposed to it, what would an amount be? And then a condition of his release is to go turn himself in, right? So is he gonna go do that?
Yes.
All right, I'll set his bond at $10,000. I'll give him 72 hours from his release to turn himself in. All right. All right. Do you have an order? I have a motion. I don't know if is there an order? Oh, I do have it. Yeah, there it is. Today the 18th. This is the second time he's been picked up on this, right? So I kind of. I hear you. And the one gentleman who's got 42 priors didn't know what a no contact order was. He signed 4 of them. All right, I signed the order. We'll get it processed for you. Okay? All right. Thank you. Is that it? All right.
Your Honor, if you don't mind, let me recall one real fast.
Who is it?
Mr. Bacon from this morning.
Oh, yeah, he was the first one, right? We didn't do anything on him?
You had an out of bond for a victim, the same victim as the instant case. You were going at 10 grand. State requesting that you were going at 9. It is the same victim. State does not concerns regarding the victim's safety as well as community safety.
When was this filed?
This morning, and given to the JA who sent it to, I believe the clerk's JA. Jamie.
Put it at a no bond.
Did we
I had it at 10
PD
grand.
on
Are
him?
you sure?
That's what I thought, the girl was 2,000, that's what I was confused.
I just want to verify it's at 9 and not 10. I thought it was at
No,
10.
it was 9,
It was, yeah, it was a no bond.
because I asked. That's why I was like, where is it?
I feel like
Sure.
I gave him a bond. Madam Clerk?
No, you gave the PTR, when you revoked the PTR for the Portuguese girl, you gave her a 10,000.
Oh, okay, but he's a,
He's
is that
at
no
no
bond?
bond.
He's no bond.
Yeah, it's already said, because it was filed.
Thank you.
What's your name? Miss Harvard. Did you know I went to the Harvard of Orlando for law school? It's called Barry University.
Oh my gosh, me too.
What a small
You
world.
said that's the Harvard of Orlando?
Yeah, and he was the Yale of Orlando, you know? 19 mm 2311 AX. You're here on out-of-county warrant on a petty theft out of Marion County. According to this warrant, failed to appear for a VOP hearing. Your bond is set at no bond. Marion County has 72 hours to pick you up starting now, not counting the weekend. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I was wondering, could I be considered a bond because of the fact that I didn't know that I had court and they sent it to the wrong address, and that's not the address I gave.
So I'm not the judge assigned to the case. The judge that issued the warrant is free to make any changes. So once they bring you up there, he or she can review it and then make a decision on that, okay?
So I gotta get transported to Marion County.
Yeah. 72 hours starting now, not counting the weekend. They could come today, they could come tomorrow, or they could come on Monday. Thank you. Jermaine Mann,
Your Honor, his behavior.
temporarily appoint, all right, out of county, no bond on each, 19 CF 2243. How about Moats?
Votes refusal.
Temporarily appoint 2111305 CFA, out of county,
Wager.
no bond. Your name, sir? All right, 211-839 CFB, 2 out-of-county warrants on possession of MDMA and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon out of Seminole County. According to this, your bond set at no bond. Seminole County has 24 hours to come pick you up starting now. Do you have any questions?
So,
All right, thank you. Your name?
Smith Weather.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Smith Weather.
All right, so you're here in 213-049 CFA out of county warrant on a possession of methamphetamine and a possession of drug paraphernalia. This is out of Seminole County. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. Seminole County has 24 hours to pick you up starting now. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Teddy is medical.
All right, Jason Teddy, temporarily appoint 222-309 MMA.
Wager.
All right, $500 bond, disorderly intox out of Seminole County, 24 hours. Your name, sir?
Keep your mask on.
Thomas.
All right, 21-7543 MMAXX out of county warrant on a violation of probation on a DUI out of Palm Beach County. According to this warrant, your bond set at no bond. Palm Beach has 72 hours to come pick you up starting now, not counting the weekend. What? Am I right or wrong? Hold on, the clerk thinks I might be wrong. I'm right? All right. You have any questions, sir?
So 3 days?
3 days, not counting the weekend, so I think that takes you to Monday. Okay, but everybody thinks they're gonna come at the 72nd hour. They could be here today, I don't know. All right. Your name?
Kevin Edwards.
All right, sir, you have two cases, 19 CF 659A AO, violation of probation, possession of a firearm at school, and battery on a law enforcement officer. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. You're also here in 21 MM26 AE on a violation of probation on a DUI. According to that warrant, your bond is set at $2,500. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney for these cases?
Private attorney.
Okay, do you know who you're going to hire?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Bryce Akins with the Umansky Law.
Okay, I know Bryce. All right, just because you're sitting in here on no bond, so make sure you get in touch with them. Otherwise, nobody's going to work to get you out, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Your name, ma'am?
Jeanette Linares.
All right, you're here on 3 cases, 19 CF 13334AO on a violation of probation on a grand theft. According to this, your bond's set at no bond. You're also here in, 21 CF 11805AO, fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer by arrest warrant. According to this, your bond's set at $2,500. And you're here in 22 CF 9592AO, possession of cocaine, resisting officer without violence. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause. Point the public defender on all of your cases. On your VOP, your bond set at no bond. On your fleeing or attempting to elude, I'll set your bond at $5,500 on that case, and I'll stay your bonds on the new case. Your name, sir?
Robertson.
All right, 19 CF 15504AO, violation of community control on a burglary of a dwelling and a grand theft. According to this warrant, your bond's set at no bond. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I have a private attorney for the violation of probation.
Okay.
I don't mean to cut you off, Judge. I'm also here for a new law
Yeah,
violation.
I was gonna get there next.
Okay.
Yeah, the 22 CF 5032AO on the aggravated stalking with a credible threat and the battery. That's a arrest warrant. It says no bond. Actually, I signed that a while ago. Did you want to represent yourself on that one or hire a private attorney or see if you qualify for the public defender on that one?
Qualified for the public defender.
All right, do you have a job?
Yes.
How much money do you make?
I make probably like 700 every 2 weeks.
700 every 2 weeks, so about $350 a week.
You can say.
All right, any children, any dependents, anyone you take care of?
Take care of 3 children.
3 children? All right, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender on that case. Any input from the state with regards to release?
Your Honor, I believe the victim was his neighbor. They would just ask that you take that into account when setting his conditions.
Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, I just said already, no bond.
Okay, all right, so on the community control, obviously your bond is still set at no bond on that case. On the new case, I'll set count 1 at $3,500, count 2 at $100. No contact with the alleged victim, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay?
Yes, sir.
All
Thank you.
right, thank you.
Washington is a refusal.
All right, 48-201-801-15755-AO, violation of probation.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, temporarily appoint, waive, and set at no bond. What's your name, sir? 22 MM 2800, violation of probation on a VOP on a battery domestic. I signed this warrant, set your bond at $5,000, okay? I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Is that it for the first session? You're back? All right. Huh? Oh, let me see. Oh, you throwing stuff at me now? Do we have 33 days? What are we doing now?
Oh, we do.
Taking a break? Grabbing a bite to eat? That's okay. All right, thank you. All right. Please, I'm never volunteering on a Thursday again. All right, are we ready on the 33s?
Yes, Your
Clerk kind of threw these at me, so they might be out of order now.
It's okay.
It wasn't you. Her. Who's the first one that you have?
Mark Ammon.
Ooh,
It's okay, whatever you got.
Booker.
I'll roll with the punches.
No, let's see. Hammond?
22 CF 8317, denied.
Hold on, I'm still looking for, oh. 8317,
8317, yes.
all right.
Denied.
What's the next one?
Arroyo.
Arroyo? Oh, Olvin?
22 CF 8288, granted.
Granted?
Your Honor, you can do it in your order.
No, go on, I got this.
Michael, 22 CF 8204,
Okay,
granted, notice of non-filing.
I'm with you.
Gil Hefner, 22 CF 8368, granted.
Did you say Hugh Hefner?
Kill Hefner.
Oh, oh, there we go. And you said,
Granted.
all right,
Fernandez Escapa, 22 CF 6723, granted.
okay,
Jones, 22 CF 8280, denied, and information was filed.
Okay,
Herzog, 22 CF 8276, granted, notice of non-filing.
okay,
Shazer Jr., 22 CF 8303, denied, and information was filed.
okay,
Harley, 22 CF 5842, granted, it was no billed.
okay,
Booker, 22 CF 8234, granted, notice non-filing.
okay,
Acosta Diaz, 22 CF 6787, granted, notice non-filing.
okay,
Hunt, 22 CF 8293, denied, and information was filed.
okay,
Barrios, 22 CF 5594, granted, notice non-filing. And lastly, McFadden, 22 CF 8167, denied, and information was filed.
all right. First session, anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense? Might stand up.
Oh, I'm like, for this one.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Rafael Barrera, State Certified Court Interpreter. I have been previously sworn.
All right. We get the gentleman out here. We have what, two? We have Jose Maldonado, that's 22 mm 5579, and Luis Alonso Cruz, 17 CF 1645.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In case I forget to call those numbers.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Could you kindly confirm those two names again for me one more time? I'm so sorry.
Jose Maldonado and
And-
Luis Alonso Cruz.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I am connected to the headsets if you allow me just one moment to confirm.
Yep.
Your Honor, the interpreter can confirm this defendant is able to hear through the headsets.
All right. Your name, sir?
Jose Maldonado.
Jose Maldonado.
You are here in case number 22 MM 5579, one count of resisting officer without violence. I reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I'll stay your bond at $500.
Sí, y no me pueden dejar ir.
You can't let me go?
Based on your history and your contacts, I'm not inclined to just release you ROR.
Lo que pasó fue que a mí me tirotearon anoche y yo llamé a la policía para que la policía viniera a ayudarme. Fue porque
Well, the thing is, I was shot at last night and I called the police to come help me.
I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. They can help you as well, okay?
sí.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sí.
Your Honor, the interpreter can confirm this defendant is able to hear through the headsets.
Your name, sir?
Luis Alonso.
Luis Alonso.
You are here in case number 17 CF 1645 AO on 2 failure to appears. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you if they're not already appointed.
Defendant that an immigration hold has been placed.
We also have a hold for immigration. So even if you do get a bond and post that bond, if that hold is still there, you may not be released. Yeah, it wasn't on my sheet, but it looked like we had nothing.
It just added.
Yeah.
Just added.
Thank you. That's all our Spanish?
Yes.
Everybody? All right, thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good morning.
Two.
Your Honor, can we skip over Ms. Gibson? She's on the way from FEC.
All right. Your name, ma'am? Ma'am? Yep. Your name?
Get the pen, please.
Your name?
Juanita Miller.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You are here in 22 MM 5567AO, one kind of trespass on property after one kind of resisting officer without violence. Do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
How much money do you make?
I didn't reach my cap, so I'm just, I guess, on salary now.
I'm sorry?
Your Honor, there's an offer to resolve the case.
I'm not sure. She doesn't qualify for the PD. Just curious. What's the offer? Maybe we can resolve it as a friend of the court.
Adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return.
You
To
want to
720 South Orange Blossom Trail.
take that offer, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you alert and intelligent today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you just look tired, and I don't want you to make any decisions.
Extremely, and I got mace all over my face, sir.
You wanna do you wanna go forward today and resolve this, or do you want I can reset you to tomorrow, let that mace wear off, and maybe you feel a little better? I just don't want you to make any decisions if you.
No, we can go ahead and resolve it today,
Good?
sir. Yes, sir.
What's the offer?
Adjudication, credit
I
time.
want to hear it from.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Adjudication, time served.
Where were we at last night?
Where was I at last night?
Yes.
I was here.
Oh, well, before here.
Before here.
Where were you that led you to come here?
You talk about the vacation lodge?
Okay. You can't go back there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, I think she knows what's going on.
So Ms. Miller, just,
It's, take a moment, sign that plea form. If you can't read it because of the mace, ask the lawyer, she'll go over with you.
Yes, sir. I just wanna
mask on.
oh shucks. Want me to sign right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, your lawyer could tell you,
All right.
your friend.
Yes, right here, Ms. Miller.
So are you? You my twin.
You know, I hear that a lot, yeah. It's my boo. You clearly have a lot of mace.
Yeah, and it got on my poo-poo and I'm on fire and I asked for medical emergency. So, and the officers aren't doing their job properly. So it's like Deuces.
Okay, deuces.
The one who sprayed it, which is Rose.
All right. Are you pleading guilty or no contest today, ma'am?
No contest.
All right, so we'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days with credit for 2. There'll be a no return to the vacation lodge there at 720 South Orange Blossom Trail. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, okay? Feel better.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, good luck.
Okay, I can pay it today. Take it out of my budget.
All right,
Judge, this is Ms. Gibson.
all right. Your name, ma'am?
Gibson.
All right, you're 22 CF 9614AO, 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, 2 counts of battery, 1 count of resisting officer without violence. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I'll put it up. Public defender.
You have a job?
No.
Any sources of income? Any money that comes in?
No.
How do you survive?
I got family members who help me.
Okay, so they give you some money.
They
Okay,
help me.
yeah. Well, they give you something that has a value, right?
They don't give me money, they just help me.
They give you food?
They help me whatever I need, like rooms somewhere.
They give you housing that
Accommodate
has
me.
value. All right, I'll appoint the office of the public defender to represent you, review the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay count 1, I'll reduce count 2 to 150, count 3 100, count 4 100, count 5 100. Thank you.
And the alternative, Your Honor, could she be screened for mental health pretrial release?
Sure.
Baker.
She does? Gibson?
Yes, Your Honor, if you look, she has 13 mental health.
Oh, okay, there, yeah, top of page 2, okay, yeah, 01 to 19. All right, yeah, if she qualifies, let's help her out.
Come see.
Good luck, ma'am. Your name, sir? Your name, sir?
Matthew Petrovic.
All right, 22 CF 9621 AO, burglary of a structure, criminal mischief greater than or equal to 1,000. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll stay your bonds. No return to the scene. Arraignments. What's your name in the back, sir? All right, 22 CT 3768 AO. You're here on operating a motor vehicle without a valid license. We've got 4 days. Do we have an offer?
There is, Your Honor, but we're going to enter a plea of not guilty.
All right, we'll enter a plea of not guilty. Your next court date, Division 61, is?
It's gonna be September 23rd at 9 o'clock in courtroom 7C.
All right, thank you. In the back, sir, your name? Your name, sir?
It's Adrian Jordan.
All right, 22 MM 357 AA, trespass, 44 days, reduced down from a felony.
Your Honor, state did convey an offer to Mr. Jordan, an adjudication, no return to Wawa at 449 West Main Street in Apopka, and cost of investigation of $148.38 to Apopka PD.
And he would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
All right. All right, sir, being handed a plea form, did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 44 days with credit for 44 days. Court cost of investigation of $148.38 to Apopka Police Department. Cost of prosecution, I'll give you a year to pay, and there'll be a no return to 449 West Main Street in Apopka there, the Wawa. 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Your name, sir?
Gabriel Rosado.
22 MM 1264 AO, Battery DV.
I will enter denial, Your Honor. Oh, are we appointed?
Yeah, you're appointed on it. Is it a VOP? Yeah, it is
Yes.
a
September
VOP.
19th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 4E.
Judge
September?
McGinnis.
Judge McGinnis.
Yeah.
September 19th.
9:19. 9 AM. 4E. Your name, sir?
Mark Wilson, sir.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Mark Wilson.
All right, 22 MM 5493 AO, trespass, PD, arraignment, 38, Division 85.
Enter denial, Your Honor.
All right. Is it a VOP?
No.
I mean, I'm sorry, not guilty.
All right.
85, September 12th at 9 o'clock, 4A.
9/12, Judge Allen, 9A, or 4A, for what? What
No, for next court.
is
There's
it?
no offer, yeah.
9/12 at 9.
9/12 at 9 o'clock in 4A.
Yes.
Yeah. Judge Allen. Your name, sir?
Brandon Busser.
All right, you're out on bond on a possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, 22 CF 3100 AO. Here today in a battery, 22 MM 5557 AO. Review that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, I'll stay your bond, no contact with the alleged victim. And on the case that you're out on bond, I'll revoke your release. In that case, I'll set a new bond of 5,000 on count 1 and 300 on count 2.
They only found on the one count, Your Honor.
On count 1,
Mhm.
I'll set his bond at 5,000. Thank you. Your name in the back, sir? Your name?
Lonnie Dawson.
All right, 22 MM 5569 AO, trespass in a structure. I review the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay your bond. Do we have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, state did convey an offer to Mr. Dawson of adjudication, credit time served, no return.
All right,
He would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
okay. All right, sir, is this your signature on this form?
Yes, sir.
Read it.
Yes, sir.
Pleading guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea. Adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days. Yeah, 2 days with credit for 2 days. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, and there'll be a no return to, well, you just have Universal Boulevard, but it was 7680 Universal Boulevard, okay?
Yes, sir.
30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, Petey? And Lonnie? Your name, ma'am? All right, 22 MM 484 AW, false info to a law enforcement officer. View the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, set your bond at 500. You also have a hold out of Lake County, so even if you post that bond, looks like you might get transferred to Lake County.
Your Honor, state did convey an offer to Ms. Daughtry of an adjudication, credit time served.
All right,
And she would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
okay. Is this your signature on this form, ma'am? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you read it?
Can't see.
Okay, the attorney read it for you?
Yes.
Okay, guilty or no contest?
Contest.
Yes.
You gotta pick one.
No contest, I'm sorry.
I'll accept your no contest plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 with credit for 2. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, 30 days to appeal. Good luck. Understand that you still have that hold for Lake County, so it's not like you're gonna necessarily get out today.
Okay.
We'll probably see you back for that.
Judge Jameson Mary is mental health.
All right, R.O. Ward on a trespass on property, and here today on a trespass on property, temporarily appoint waiver roll.
There wasn't. Can I just have 1 second, Your Honor, because I don't remember seeing any competency issues.
Maybe, that's why she was probably R.O. Ward on the other case.
So, Your Honor, I'm gonna ask that it be reset for tomorrow because there's an offer.
All right, roll to tomorrow. Your name in the back, sir?
Don, sir.
What happened to Gary Lanou?
He's medical.
All right, 22 MM 5577, temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, stay the bond, no return. Pound PC. Your name, sir?
Sean Anthony Mascara, sir.
All right, 22 MM 5576 AO.
And Your Honor, on this one, there was a PC.
All right, what do you want to tell me?
Based on the arrest affidavit, there are no facts to indicate that there was a trespass on property after a warning.
Your Honor, state we just asked for 24 hours, and in lieu to go ahead and set bond in case Mr. Mascara wants to bond in the meantime.
All right, I'll stay as bond and give the state 24 hours.
Okay.
Your name?
Your name?
Your name?
Chad Riley.
22 MM 5573 AO, trespass on property after warning.
State did convey an offer to Mr. Riley of an adjudication of guilt, credit time served and no return.
All right,
And he would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
okay. Yeah, point, PC 500. All right, sir, is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Read it.
Yes.
Guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days with credit for 2 days. Court costs will give you a year to pay and no return to 4040 Central Florida Parkway, 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Your name, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your name?
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Charles Shaw.
All right, thank you, sir. 13 CO 67 AO, failure to appear on a soliciting bond set at 2,000. I'll appoint the PD. Do we have an offer on this one?
Yes, Your Honor, state conveyed an offer of a withhold credit time served.
And he would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest, Your
All
Honor.
right. What's your name in the back, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hold on, don't run away yet. Did you sign this form?
Yes, sir.
Guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I accept your no contest plea. I'll withhold adjudication. How many days is it?
2 days.
2?
Mhm.
Sentence you to 2 with credit for 2. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
All right, Abrams, you said? All right, 22 MO 934 AO, open container. Review the affidavit, found probable cause. He doesn't have any history.
Yes, Your Honor, state conveyed an offer of a withhold credit time served.
I'll ROR him, or you can take that offer. It's up to him.
Could you ROR, Your Honor?
All right. Make sure you come back to court, okay? In the back, sir, your name?
Mr. Corbin Bush, but Mr. Jared Rahim, he's medical.
All right.
And I will waive that appearance, Your Honor.
Okay. Jermaine, 22 CT 13993 AW, DUI. I'll set it at 250.
On each case?
That was on Drahim.
What was this? What it?
What
Medical?
So
Drahim Medical,
He has
250.
two cases.
he has 2 cases.
What was this other one? Is it the leaving the scene?
Resisting.
Resisting? Set it at 100, 22 mm 485 AW. I'm at Gomez Velarda Masad.
He bonded.
Benjamin,
Behavior.
22 CF 939639 AO, temporarily appoint, trafficking and fentanyl.
Wait, Your Honor.
All right, review the affidavit, found probable cause, temporarily appoint, and, gotta catch up here. Now set his bond at 100,000, no contact with Cyril Dieter Dieter,
What is that?
co-defendant. Bush? That's you, sir? Your name, sir?
Oberlin Bush.
All right, ROR on a burglary of a dwelling, criminal mischief, 22 CF 8111 AO. Here today, 22 CF 9596 AO, burglary of a dwelling. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll stay count 1 and reduce count 2 to $150. What's the status of the case that he's out on bond?
Your Honor, the state has not filed.
All right, I'll take no action on that case. Ma'am, your name? Your name, ma'am? All right, 22 CF 6300 AO, violation of conditional release on the possession of fentanyl. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
You have to go back. Tell the number.
Your name, ma'am?
Amanda Cassell.
All right, you're here in 22 CF 8143 AO, arson of a dwelling. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Any input from the state?
No, Your Honor, state would just ask for a reasonable bond, taking into account the gravity of the charges.
Any input from the defense?
Just that you consider the limited criminal history.
All right, I'll set your bond at $15,000. No return to the scene. Name, sir?
Jason Chambers.
19 CF 9980 AO, failure to appear on a possession of methamphetamine. According to this, failed to appear for trial on February 14th. Your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender. Oh, who's your lawyer? You have a lawyer?
Stuart Hyman.
All right, call Stuart and let him know. You're also here in 22 MM 359 AA, resisting officer and fraudulent impersonation. You gonna hire Mr. Hyman on that case as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your bonds, I'll set at 500 on count 1, 100 on count 2. Make sure you get in touch with your lawyer, okay? Your name, sir? Your name?
Moses Davila.
All right, 22 CF 9606 AO, failure to report your address as a sex offender via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender. Any input from the state with regards to release?
Just a reasonable bond, Your Honor, taking into account that he does have prior convictions for the same offense.
Yeah, it's been a while. Any input from the defense?
That's exactly what I was gonna say, Your Honor. So I just asked that you set a bond.
I'll set your bond at $4,000. He has reporting requirements.
Yes.
I give you 48 hours from your release to report your address. The gentleman with the longer hair in the back, what's your name? You have the shortest hair, sir.
Ferguson.
All right, 22 CF 9630 AO, possession of tetrahydrocannabinols and a battery charge. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay count 1 at 1,000, count 2, 100. No contact with the alleged victim. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Looks like you might have a hold for VOP, is that right?
No.
No? Okay. Thank you. Your name, sir?
Carl Ford.
All right, 22 CF 9628 AO, grand theft, third degree, greater than 750, less than 5,000. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point to public defender, and I'll stay your bond.
Your Honor, state would ask for no return to the public's.
All right, no return to the scene. In the back, sir, your name? All right, 22 CF 9384 AO, you're here on possession of methamphetamine, possession of opiates, cocaine, drug paraphernalia via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at 2,500 on count 1, 2,500 on 2, 7,500 on 3, 500 on 4, for a total amount of $13,000. And, I'll appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I'll reduce count 1 to 150, count 2 to 150, count 4 to 100. And, it looks like you got 2 holds out of Lake County. Does that sound right?
Mhm.
All right. Count 3, I'm staying at 7,500.
Wait a minute.
No, which one's 7,500?
Miss,
That stays. So count 4, 100. Yep.
Your Honor,
Is she hiding?
Ford,
What's going on?
the case prior to this
Carl
one.
Ford.
Yes.
Like the dealership.
Are you willing to reduce his bond to $1,500? He cannot post a $2,500 bond, Your Honor.
I just reduced the other ones by,
I just started the
500.
job, Your Honor,
Hold on, I can't hear what he's saying.
and I don't wanna lose this job.
Oh. You're welcome. I mean, I reduced it $5,500 already. He's got holds out of Lake too, right?
No, not this one, the prior case, Your Honor. You set the bond at
No,
25?
This guy's history. Carl Ford?
Yes.
Oh, my
Exactly what I
goodness.
said.
Yes.
No, it wasn't good. 18 felony convictions, 15 misdemeanor convictions, 2 failure to appear, 6 unknowns, 1 DOC, and it runs the gambit. I actually thought about raising it. And then-
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
There you go. You got the-
Yep, good luck. Did you have any questions, sir? I reduced your bonds.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I do, Your Honor, I just have a question.
Talk to your lawyer real quick.
Sir, you're gonna have to call the attorney together.
Don't even have to watch. And, there's no cancer. Nope, no, I'll check it out.
You're gonna have to call. I don't have time to write it down. They gotta keep going. No, they're gonna have to spread out. We don't do that. They may have different attorneys.
Okay, we're back.
All right, your name, ma'am.
Nora Jones.
Ms. Jones, you're here in 22 CF 9629AO. Driver while license suspended or revoked as habitual traffic offender. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point to public defender. And I'll stay your bond. In the back, sir, your name?
Stayed the bond. Your Honor, what was the bond on that driver?
2,500.
It said 20.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, good luck. Your name, sir?
Love it.
All right, 22 CF 9622AO, burglary of a structure and criminal mischief greater than or equal to $1,000. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I will stay your bonds on this case. No return to the scene. Your name, sir?
Michael McGaha.
What happened to Stephanie Martinez?
Outside medical.
22 CF 9631AO, temporarily appoint, waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, I'll stay her bonds on count 1 and 2 and reduce 3 to 150 and count 4 to 100. All right, your name, sir? All right, 22 CF 9600 AO, sexual battery on a child less than 12 years of age by a person 18 or older via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. What's your name?
Michael McGaha.
Just a bad picture, I guess. Okay. And no contact with the alleged victim. I'll appoint the public defender. Any input from the state?
Your Honor, given that it's first degree felony, that's punishable by life, state's asking that it stay at no bond with no contact.
Any input from the defense?
Reserve the right to have Arthur hearing.
Okay. All right, I'll stay at no bond in the conditions. Your name, sir?
Jose Rivera?
What happened to Jasmine Mullah? Bonded. Joseph Rivera, out on bond, grand theft third degree, 22 CF 5948 AO. Here today, 22 CF 9619 AO, sale and delivery of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a school. And sale and delivery of MDMA ecstasy. According to this warrant, review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and while I'm looking at that, State Woods is out on bond. I'll stay your bond on count 1 and reduce count 2 to $150.
And the out on bond has Has been filed, Your Honor, as of
Not?
May.
All right, I'll take
Has.
no action on that. Oh, has.
Yes.
I'll revoke your release in that case. Let the judge sign in that case, determine what a reasonable bond is.
Your Honor, Mark Ross's behavior.
Ross. 10 CF 9729 AO, failure to appear, grand theft, third degree, temporarily appoint, waiver roll.
Waive.
All right, according to this bond set at $5,000. So I've been on the run for 12 years. We got him. All right, your name, sir?
Your Honor, he has another case.
He had another one?
Grego Siddiqui.
That's how we got him?
Great.
Yeah, is that the failure to appear on the grand theft, third degree?
Yes, 2 cases.
He also has a cocaine.
That's a charge these days? 22 CF 9625 AO, review that affidavit. Give me a second, I didn't read it actually.
He's not talking about you. He hasn't got to you yet.
Oh, they got him in the gray Suzu.
Waiting.
All right, stay is bonded 1,000 on that one, found PC. Sineki? What's your name?
Siddiqui.
Oh, Sineki, okay, 22 CF 9641 AO, possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm out of papers, but they got more people coming.
I know. Okay.
We're gonna start over, Your Honor.
I'll stay, let's do it. Stay your bond on count 1, count 2, I'll set at $100, having found PC and appointed the public defender. I'm out of people.
200. That's it.
You did?
We did him.
Yeah, but there was a miscommunication in that.
Oh, all right.
Where is it?
So did you catch the
Julio,
Mr. Rivera?
what did they say you did?
The one that just
You're not making any
Do you remember
admissions,
being
so
15
don't tell me what you did. What did they say that you did?
They say I had,
Oh, this one, the trafficking. You were just-
115.
trafficking.
Oh, okay, all right. So I reviewed that case, I appointed a lawyer. The bond on it was 200,000, I cut it in half for you to 100,000. It's a lot of money, but it's still a lot of money, okay? All right. Anybody else? Okay, anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right.